Hello my faithful viewer, it's good to check in with you guys again today. Usually, this is Tokyo Butter 23, well it is Tokyo Butter 23 coming at you live from Tokyo, Japan, bringing you content, and usually that content is about sneakers and sneaker reviews and sneaker news, but not today. As you can see, I'm outside on a nice beautiful tree-lined street. You can hear that sound, which the Japanese call semi, and I think everybody else in the world calls cicada. And we're out and about today because I'm bringing you a video from out in Tokyo. I was asked to give a video about like normal life, shall we say, in Tokyo, Japan. So usually it's about sneakers, sneaker reviews and sneaker news, and I am wearing, if you can have a look at that, my Adidas Ultra Boost Parlay Uncaged, my favorite shoe of the moment. I really love the Ultra Boost Uncaged. I think they're incredibly comfortable, and I like them very much. So usually I'm bringing you sneaker content and stuff about sneaker news and reviews, but today I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is this. I'm bringing you a video from a local neighborhood in Tokyo, Japan, just a normal life. Normal people going about their Saturday morning business, and there's a couple of things that we want to do. Mainly we want to go into this shrine right here, but I'm going to do that in a couple of seconds after I've talked to you about a couple of things, which are previously I did a video that explained that in Tokyo you rarely see sidewalks, and you can see here that there is of course a very well defined sidewalk with really nice trees and stuff like that. And the reason for that is if you turn right at this traffic light here, you'll find a park, and it's a metropolitan park that's designated as an evacuation zone for earthquakes. And the point of it is that it has two purposes. One is that helicopters and support and things like that would fly there to evacuate people out of the city, but also that's where they would fly supplies into the city if the city's stores and convenience stores and supermarkets were running out of supplies and things like that. So of course around that park needs to have really clear access and really good access so that emergency services and trucks and things like that can move around freely in the case of an earthquake. So what they did was they flattened this whole area. They flattened like all around here. They flattened everything in this area. It used to be all houses, but now it's government buildings like these here. This is what government buildings in Japan look like. And then down there's some private residences and government buildings mixed together. And they flattened this whole area, absolutely flattened. It was all just single houses before. Two-story single houses, and then they flattened this whole area and rebuilt it with that idea of evacuation in mind. So that's why we've got these sidewalks and beautifully tree-lined streets, which is somewhat un-Japanese. But what I wanted to do today was I wanted to bring you to this shrine, and it's just a small shrine. I wanted a local shrine instead of like a big, the big shrines that you get around Tokyo and Japan that are all kind of famous and stuff like that. And this one I think is called Koroku Shrine. I don't think that says Koroku Shrine there. I think that says something else. I can't read any of those characters. And on the side here I can't read any of these characters either. I do know that this here, it says Taguchi and Yamamoto. They look like people's names, and I wonder if they donated money towards the building of this shrine or something like that. And as with Japanese shrines, there's always these entrance gates here. These used to be made of wood, torii gates they're called. They used to be mostly made of wood, but for I guess the purposes of longevity they're made more of concrete and stone these days. So let's have a pop inside and look at what a local shrine looks like. The first thing that you see over this side here is a place to wash your hands. I was watching somebody in a video recently, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was in Japan. See the water turned on there, I don't know if you saw that. And you're supposed to get this like that, and then now that I've wet that, you wet your hands with that and wash your hands. But they were drinking it. Please don't drink that. That is not really an option for the Japanese shrine. That's for washing your hands, so don't do that, if you know what I'm saying. And then we've got a couple of little things over here. I don't know what these are. You can see this one here is kind of closed. So let me go a bit closer so you can have a really good look at that. It's got the bell on top. I won't ring the bell because I think you're supposed to ring the bell if you've donated some money, and I don't have any cash on me easily accessible right now. I could get my wallet out, but that would make this a terribly boring video. And then we've got some shoes hanging over here. Check these out, traditional Japanese shoes and stuff like that. And I don't know how easy it is for you guys to make them out. I have no idea what these are for. I don't know if they're for people to use, or if they represent something, or if they're a symbol of something. And little things like this, just a little, I don't know, like it's almost like a bird bath or something, but I'm sure it has meaning, and the Japanese writing on there would probably tell Japanese people what the meaning is. I don't know what it is, but and then next door to the closed one that was there is another one here, which is also got its little shutters closed. I won't disturb it because these mean something to people in Japan, and you know, me opening that up and having a look inside and taking a video is perhaps not the most appropriate thing to be doing. Now, when I entered the shrine and come through this torii gate here, I was really surprised to see this. Check this out, this is just brilliant. I don't know if you can work out what this is. I'm not going to tell you what it is until until you've had a good look at it. And it's just somehow you're supposed to, I guess, okay, this angle, does that give you a better look at it? And you can see the mist. I think the idea is that you stand under it, trying to keep the camera away from it. And it just helps you cool down. That's all it's there for, is to help you cool down. So okay, so let's have a look at the shrine proper. So we've got another one of those torii gates here to enter the shrine, flanked on either side by big rocks with Japanese symbols on them, and then some lions on top. I think they're lions. They kind of look like Pokemon. I don't know if that's offensive. Japanese people, if that's offensive, I apologize, but they kind of look like Pokemon to me. And then you get into the shrine proper up here. Got another sort of statue of an animal keeping guard on either side. There's kind of lanterns, the lights that'll light up at night time. And then the shrine proper. I probably should have had coins ready to actually, you know, honor the shrine properly. I'm not a particularly religious person, but I'm not anti-religion, if you know what I mean. So I'm kind of agnostic in my beliefs. I don't mind anyone having their own opinions, as long as they don't impose them on me. So, but this is interesting here. I'll try and explain what this is here, because it's hard to explain. But what it has at the top, it has previous year. I don't know how easy that is to see. The real year, and then the following year, and then the blue down the side is for men, and the red below it is women. And the middle line that's all red, that's your bad year of bad luck, and you need to make sure that you take care and pray to the right gods and make the right donations to ensure that you don't have a bad year. And then the year, I think the previous year is like leading up to that bad year, and then the year after it is following it. And you can actually see, if you look at the top row where it says 8, 7, 6, above that it says 24, 25, 26. That 24, 25, 26 is how old you are right now. I'm 43 right now, so if you look at the men's blue column, and then the middle row, you can see it says 43 at the top. So that's me. I'm in the year after bad luck, I think, or am I in the year before bad luck that's leading into it? I'm not sure. I think I'm in the year after bad luck. So I've had my bad luck, and then the next time I'll have my bad luck, you can see on the bottom row where it says 60, 61, 62. So I've got like 17 years without having to worry about bad luck. And so we'll pop over here, and this is another popular, or popular is probably the wrong word, but this is a thing you often see in shrines. And these are fortunes. I think they're fortunes that you you get from the shrine, that tells you how your year's going to be, and tying them and hanging them up here is a way for you to hope that that will come true, that your fortune will come true, and everything that you want will come to pass. But then we get back here, you can see how walled off this area is, and you can see how closed off that building is there. So it's hard to kind of tell whether or not these are accessible. I'm going to peek over the wall. Again, I don't want to be too disrespectful. In fact, I don't want to be at all disrespectful, but it's hard to see. I'll zoom in a little bit and maybe you can see, but in there, there are, let me see if I can get my finger in shot, like somewhere in there is gold. You see that gold? It's actually 2 doors, and that can be open. And you see how much older this is than any of the other structures around here. So this might be the actual, the religious element of it, and the shrine proper, and the rest of this stuff here. You can see that if you look at the roof there, for example, the roof on that is tiled and quite new, but then the roof here is a different kind of tiling and greened and weathered over the years and stuff. And again, if you look at the wood that this is constructed from, I don't know how easy it is to see the wood, it's kind of dark and weathered and stuff like that. And these buildings here and here aren't quite so old. So I wonder if that back there is the shrine proper, and that's where the true religious element of it all sort of comes in. You often see these at shrines in Japan, and they're just big sort of barrels of water, and you can kind of see that the pipe leads up there to the roof, so the water would come down and fill that barrel. But I'm not sure if that barrel then evacuates the water somewhere or not. It seems to have a hole in the side right there. Yeah, see, that's not a shadow, that's like it looks like rust from within, and if I'm not going to break it, but it looks quite fragile. Well, it doesn't sound metal, so. But that's a local Japanese shrine. Now the thing about this is that it's a local Japanese shrine. This is really small. You won't find this on any guidebooks. This is just the local shrine for this kind of neighborhood all around here. That's a hospital over there. You get some really big shrines in Tokyo. Oh look, there's a funky little animal down there. I didn't see him on the way in. You get these shrines just dotted about all over the place, and they're community shrines. They're not, you know, like the tourist trap shrines. You know, there's no yatai, I think they call them, those sort of tented, covered sales places where you can buy and sell, well, not sell stuff, but you can buy stuff and things like that. This is just a regular for religion shrine, shall we say, or for community shrine or things like that. And I think I'm right in saying Koroki, I think it was Koroku, maybe Koroku I think it was called. So and like I say, it's just your sort of bog standard Japanese shrine, just in amongst the you know, the buildings and the residential area that we're in right here. There's the private housing at the back there, and then the Japanese government housing at the front, side by side. This beautiful clean area. I love that about Japan, about how clean it is. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to do for you guys today, was just to bring you kind of like just a daily, regular, or you know, run-of-the-mill, bog standard Japanese shrine, not a tourist trap, nothing. I mean, we were in there just now for about 10 minutes. I don't think I saw a single person in there at all, but maybe that was because I was there. But anyway, so I wanted to bring that to you guys today. I'm just going to come down to this light, and we'll look along to the right, and hopefully you'll be able to see the corner of that evacuation park that I was telling you about, the Metropolitan Park. And then that'll be enough to finish the video. So it's just down there, if you look. I don't know if you can see it between the supermarket and the shops on the right. You see Tokyo Sky Tree in the distance there, and then this green area where that truck is just passing is that Metropolitan Park. So and with that in the background, I think that's enough for me today. Thank you guys very much for checking. I really appreciate it. I hope you appreciate this little bit of a content away from the sneakers, but it's time for me to sign off. And as I get to do at the end of every video, because I am here every single day doing daily content, I get to say to you that you can guarantee you will see me tomorrow.